Today, we're diving into something that can instantly transform any room: wood plant stands. They're everywhere lately, right?
Absolutely. It feels like every stylish living room or cozy corner I see online has at least one. Why do you think they've become such a staple?
I think it's the blend of function and aesthetics. Plants already add life, but a wooden stand elevates them, literally and visually.
So true. Plus, wood brings this natural warmth. Even a simple snake plant looks like a work of art on the right stand.
There's something about that mix of greenery with wood textures. It reminds me of bringing a slice of a forest indoors.
Exactly. And you can play with different heights, too. Have you noticed how grouping plants at varying levels creates a sort of mini jungle effect?
I have. It adds depth, almost like creating layers in a painting. Makes a boring corner feel intentional.
And wood stands fit so many styles. Scandinavian, boho, even industrial if you pick the right finish.
Yeah, the versatility is a big plus. I saw a mid-century modern stand the other day. Just 3 tapered legs and a walnut finish. So sleek.
I love those. But I also appreciate rustic styles like reclaimed wood with visible grain and knots. They feel more grounded.
It's like each stand tells a little story through its texture. Do you prefer natural finishes or painted ones?
I lean toward natural. I like seeing the wood grain. Painted stands can be fun, though, especially for pops of color.
Speaking of color, have you tried matching the plant stand with your furniture, or do you mix it up?
I usually mix. I think contrasting tones make each piece stand out more, like a light oak stand against a dark couch.
That's a good point. Also, wood stands come in so many shapes: tripods, cubes, even ladder styles. Any favorites?
I'm partial to the latter style. It's great for small spaces, and you can display multiple plants vertically.
Vertical gardening, but make it stylish. I like the cube ones, minimalist yet sturdy. They almost disappear and let the plant shine.
And some even have built-in shelves, right? So you can add books or little trinkets alongside your plants.
Multi-purpose furniture for the win, especially in apartments where every bit of space counts.
Exactly. And on that note, have you noticed how plant stands can help with organization? No more pots crowding the floor.
Yes, it keeps things tidy and makes cleaning easier. No more moving a jungle every time you vacuum.
Plus, elevating plants helps with sunlight too. You can move them closer to windows or away from drafts.
That's something I learned the hard way. My monstera wasn't thriving until I popped it on a stand near the window.
It's like giving your plants VIP seating. Speaking of which, do you think plant stands work outdoors as well?
Definitely. They can spruce up balconies or patios, and certain woods handle weather pretty well.
Teak, for example, is super durable outdoors. But I always worry about rain. Do you treat your outdoor stands?
I use a waterproof sealant just in case, and sometimes I bring them in during storms.
Smart move. I've seen some people use metal or ceramic stands outside, but wood just feels less harsh.
Wood blends more naturally with the garden, in my opinion. Plus, it ages nicely, developing that weathered look.
Speaking of aging, I like when a stand gets a bit of patina. It adds character, almost like it's part of the family.
It's true. And on the topic of character, have you ever tried making your own plant stand?
I have. It was a simple DIY, just some pine and wood glue. Not perfect, but it gave me a sense of accomplishment.
That's awesome. I tried once, but let's just say it wobbled a bit too much. I admire people who can build their own.
There's a charm in imperfection, though, and it's a great way to customize height or design for your space.
True. Plus, you can stain or paint it however you want. Ever considered upcycling old furniture into plant stands?
Definitely. An old stool or side table can make a great stand. Just sand it down, maybe add a coat of varnish, and you're set.
That's resourceful and sustainable. Speaking of which, do you look for eco-friendly wood when buying plant stands?
I try to. Bamboo is a favorite, fast-growing and sturdy. Reclaimed wood is great too.
Bamboo stands are popping up everywhere. They're light, but surprisingly strong.
And they have this subtle grain that pairs well with leafy plants. Have you noticed how certain woods complement certain plants?
Absolutely. I think darker woods look great with lighter green foliage, while pale woods suit deep greens or variegated leaves.
That's a neat way to create contrast. Ever gone bold and used a brightly colored stand?
Once, I painted a stand teal. It was a risk, but it made my pothos pop.
Sometimes a little color is all you need to refresh a space. It's like shoes for your plants. They can totally change the look.
Love that analogy. And just like shoes, you sometimes need more than one. Do you rotate your stands or keep them in place?
I like to switch things up with the seasons. In spring, I put flowering plants on display, and in winter, evergreens take center stage.
That's a fun way to keep your decor feeling fresh without a complete overhaul.
Exactly. And it keeps the plants happy too. Some need more light at different times of year.
Speaking of plant happiness, have you tried grouping plants with different light needs on multi-level stands?
Yes, that way the sun lovers get the top shelf and shade lovers stay lower. It's like seating at a concert.
Front row for the sun seekers. Do you think there's such a thing as too many plant stands?
Maybe if you can't find your sofa anymore. But as long as you keep balance, I say go for it.
Good advice. Any tips for someone choosing their first wood plant stand?
Start simple. Think about the size of your plant, the space where it'll go, and the style you like. No need to overcomplicate.
And don't forget about stability. Nothing worse than a toppled fiddle leaf fig.
I've been there. Also, check the weight limit if you have heavy pots. Some stands are more decorative than functional.
Good point. I once tried to put a huge planter on a dainty stand. Let's just say it was a short-lived experiment.
Lessons learned. But that's part of the fun, experimenting with arrangements, seeing what works.
Decorating with plants is like curating a living art gallery. The stand is the frame. The plant is the artwork.
Beautifully said. And with so many options out there, there's really a stand for every taste and budget.
And if you ever get bored, a coat of paint or swapping plants can give your stands a whole new vibe.
Exactly. Nothing's permanent, so play around. That's the beauty of home decor, making it your own.
Before we wrap up, do you think plant stands are just a trend or here to stay?
I think they're here to stay. As long as people love plants, there'll be creative ways to display them.
Agreed. And with the rise of indoor gardening, I bet we'll see even more innovative designs.
Can't wait to see what comes next. Maybe stands with built-in grow lights or self-watering features.
The future of plant stands sounds high-tech and green. Any final thoughts for our listeners?
Don't be afraid to experiment. Whether you buy or DIY, a wood plant stand can completely change how your space feels.
Well said. So, next time you look at that empty corner, maybe it's just waiting for a plant on a beautiful wood stand.
Or 2, or 5. Happy decorating, everyone.
And remember, sometimes the simplest changes make the biggest impact. Until next time.